Paolo Banchero seems to get like all this hate in the sense that everybody's like, "Oh, he's so underrated. He's so underrated." No, he fucking isn't. Paolo Banchero is considered to be a great player by like the entirety of NBA media and like 99.9% of fans, the 0.1% being people who thought that they were going to get Paolo but instead got Jabari and the Rockets because they thought that the Orlando were taking Jabari. That's it. That's the only people who are like maybe possibly hating on Paolo. The reason Paolo doesn't get the media coverage that, Victor Wembanyama or Chet or even Zion gets is that we've seen his player archetype before. We've seen the Paolo in the league before. It's a big two-way wing with a mid-range game. That's what we've seen. That's like the generic NBA like generational prospect, if you would. That's like 90% of all stars in like NBA history. It's either a big man who with post moves or a big two-way wing who's a mismatch. That's it. Those are the concepts. Those are the ones. If you see that guy, you take him. That's it. We talk about and give media coverage to like really two types of players. The players whose archetypes are extremely unique. Think Steph Curry. Think Victor Wembanyama. Think Zion Williamson. There's not a lot of those in NBA history. And the super explosive little guys, because it's really fun to see a 6'2" player dunk on a 7'2" player. It's fun. It's interesting. We like seeing John Morant go boom, dunk on you, and then go grata ta 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 and get banned from the league. It's interesting. It's fun. Okay, that's what it is. That's it. Paolo's not underrated. Stop saying Paolo's underrated. Everybody thinks he's like a top 30 player. That's not underrating Paolo. His team ain't done shit yet. They're a playoff team. He didn't have an MVP type season last year. He had a good season. He's an all-star caliber player in like year fucking two. It's not underrated. It's not underrated. Stop saying Paolo's underrated. I've seen this like in like five different media people. They're like, "Oh, it's the Orlando effect." Motherfucker, Florida's got one of the biggest populations. Yeah, I get it. They're not the Heat. But, like, the Heat fans suck. Nobody's talking about Jimmy except for when he fucking goes to the finals. And everybody's like, oh my god, he's top 10. Or when Pat Riley talks shit about Jimmy Butler. That's when that we talk about them. That's it. And and even back then, people were saying Jimmy Butler was underrated. And for a time he was, and then he was properly rated, and now they ain't done shit in a couple years, and they're like, all right, back to that. He hasn't played last year, and it's what it is. It's what it is. It's a what have you done for me now league. And Paolo is projecting to be a great player. He'll probably improve again this year, and then next year he'll be properly rated. Likely. Stop saying shit about Paolo. All right, done. Video done.